Yeah, morning everybody. Before the video starts, I just want to say a massive thank you to Gary from the pubcast, and all the guys on the pubcast there for mentioning my channel. Totally blown away by it. I couldn't believe it. I was sat there with the wife like we do every week, watching these guys having a good old bit of banter and chatting photography things and all kinds of stuff like that. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's the pubcast. It's brilliant. Anyways, yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was sat there watching it and the name come up and they started mentioning the channel, which was awesome. It just totally blew me away. So yeah, I just want to say massive thank you to the guys for doing that for me. And yeah, with that, my subscriber rate's gone up as well, so I've reached over 100 now, so thank you so much for that as well. I can't believe it, over 100 subscribers. So I guess pressure's on now, I've got to keep them now. Anyways, I really enjoyed it, and keep up the good work, guys. It's a brilliant thing you've got going there, and I think so many of us need something a little bit different, something with a serious side, but also a lot of humour as well. And yeah, so thanks so much for that. Really appreciate it. So you'll take care and look after yourselves. Cheers. Get on with the video now. Okay. Bye. Okay guys, just goes to show you what you can find when you're just wandering around, not been along this way before. And look, got this gate here, I don't know how old it is, it's pretty old. Got this lichen, this moss, it's rotting away. You've got some autumn leaves around as well. Actually it's really nice. So a little bit different, a little bit more interesting perhaps. I'm just wanting to wait for a cloud to go to get some of these highlights out of the way. And yeah, it just goes to show you, don't you, what you can find when you're just wandering around. And crack on, get a couple more pictures. Morning everybody, how you doing? Hope you're all okay. Well, this morning I've just wandered out on the fly. Didn't really have anything planned, just wanted to get out with the camera. And I've come to the local river, the River Stour, which is behind me. And you can obviously tell we've had a lot of rain, it's flowing quite fast. And yeah, I've just been wandering around. I've got a couple of images, which I'm pretty pleased about. And yeah, I think what we got today, November the 2nd, November the 5th, we're going back on lockdown again. So the chance of getting out with the camera are going to be quite slim, I guess. So anyways, with that in mind, I kind of wanted to just have a little talk about regrets. I'm not talking about your life choices and things like that, or even perhaps some camera gear you've bought and perhaps you regret buying that. I'm talking about when you go out. Like, I'll give you a couple of examples. We've just had a couple of holidays, one in Devon and one in Cornwall. And when we were in Devon, headed to this beach to get a sunset shot of the sun reflecting on the wet sand. And I thought that would be a pretty cool shot. And as it happened, when we got there, the tide was right in and it was cloudy and misty and everything, so killed that. But on the way there, I was driving up the road, and you can't see these windmills. Well, I don't know if they're called windmills. I don't know what they're called. The ones that generate electricity. Anyways, I'm driving along this field, and there's this one. It's huge. It's kind of in the field by the road, and you had this mist, and the sun was just kind of coming through the mist, giving this lovely little kind of golden glow. And that was the shot. But I didn't stop to pull over and take the shot. I carried on because my mind was thinking sunset on the beach, all of that. And another one, we just had a holiday in Cornwall. And normally, to be honest, when we go to Cornwall, we stick along the coastline and that kind of thing. But I was just looking on the map, and Cornwall's famous for Bodmin Moor. And I thought, I've never been at Bodmin Moor. So I literally just picked a village in the middle of Bodmin Moor, set the sat-nav to it and drove to it. And you've got to remember, I'm on holiday here. So when I'm on holiday, I don't kind of tend to take loads of camera gear with me, mainly just my phone. So anyways, gone to Bodmin Moor, had a bit of lunch, then we wandered, I can't remember the name of the place now. But anyways, we're walking along, and the thing we originally went to look at, well, it was kind of okay. It was like a stone circle. It was okay. But then in the distance, you could see this big rocky outcrop. And I thought, wow, that was pretty cool. Let's head off over there. So that's what we did. Wandered over there, and we climbed up to it. It's a bit like these pictures you see from the Peak District, or perhaps Brinham Rocks up in Yorkshire. These stone, I'll put a couple of images I took on my phone up in a minute. But yeah, and it was an old quarry, and it was beautiful. And the thing was, you'd always been told don't go out in the midday sun and all that kind of thing. Well, I think, to be honest, if you stuck to those kind of rules all the time, you'd never go out at all. Anyways, we climbed up, and it was a bit like, I suppose, looking like Yorkshire moors. It had all these lovely rolling hills, and the heather was kind of gone over, and the bracken, but it was quite cloudy as well. And what was happening was the cloud was kind of just going over the sun, and as it was going over, it's casting all these shadows and all these patches of light everywhere. Absolutely stunning. And you know what? I didn't have my camera with me. So that's why I'm kind of just putting it out there about regrets, that when you kind of go out, it's all right if you're at home, perhaps you can always pop out and kind of like maybe try and recapture the image that you're trying to get. But when you're on holiday, it's a little bit different, isn't it? You kind of have to be a bit conscious that, that you're there on holiday, and it's not just about you, it's about sharing time with each other. So anyways, I just really regret that day even if I just took my camera and a tripod, or perhaps even just handheld. I mean, maybe you're one of these photographers that, I do see them, they've always got their cameras with them, a little bag and a camera, and they're always clicking away. But I don't tend to do that. I take my phone, and the pictures are okay, they're not the same, are they? So what I've started doing now is literally just taking my camera and a tripod, because it's not too cumbersome to carry around, keep it light, one lens, one body and a tripod. So yeah, I just want to kind of put it out there and see, maybe you've had some experience of that you've gone somewhere and you kind of think, oh, I wish I'd had my camera with me. So yeah, anyways, with that, crack on with a few more images. Say it's getting near lunchtime now, so I'll probably head back in a minute, get some lunch. But I've had a really nice time. I've just been wandering around along here, sort of preconceived ideas of what to get. I've got a picture of an old gate, which you'll probably already have seen, and got this behind me where there's like a tree that's kind of in the water, and the water's gushing up against it. The problem is, with the one behind me, because the water's brushed up against this tree, the tree's moving. You do a long exposure and you kind of got camera shake on the tree, so I don't know what that's come out like. But yeah, I'm just going to head back towards the car. If I come across anything else, I'll stick it up at the end. But anyways, yeah, so thanks again for watching, thanks for listening, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, bye.